So today we're going to have a little look at some of the kit that I use when I investigate haunted locations. If I'm being honest, I haven't used everything yet because since I've been getting into this, it's been lockdown and I haven't been able to get out to as many places as I would have liked. But very soon in the future, or not very soon, when I'm allowed to, I will go out and try out all of these. I've been able to get some evidence from these gadgets. I've seen people have more success than I have. I've seen people have less success. So we'll just jump into what they are and how much they cost, stuff like that. So first we're going to have a look at the PSB7 Spirit Box. They use this little thing on the early seasons of Ghost Adventures. Well, not early seasons, mid-seasons I suppose. And if you know anything about ghost hunting or whatever, this is probably the standard, I'd say. This was one of the first bits of equipment I got. Actually, probably the first, all in all. It's pretty expensive for a first bit of gear that you should buy. I think it was about 70 quid, 80 quid, which is quite a lot if you're not actually super into it. But it's really useful actually, and you kind of get results relatively fast. If anyone doesn't know how this piece of equipment works, is it scans through radio frequencies really quickly and you can set the speed. And if multiple words form, it would be pretty impossible that over so many frequencies going so quickly that 3 words could form. So that's when you know it's probably a ghost. I really like this piece of equipment. This is probably my favourite bit and the thing I would take to all of my investigations. If you are interested in seeing how it works, I have a video at Shepton's Mallet Prison and we got some really amazing responses when we were staying there. Probably the best response I've got from the Spirit Box because they were quite specific about the prison. Yeah? Hi! So this one is quite obvious, I think, how you would use it. And it's not a ghost hunting tool per se, but it's very useful in investigations, I think. The main benefits of having a Polaroid camera is that you can't alter them afterwards, so you know it's not going to be photoshopped if you actually catch anything, and it makes it so much more compelling. And you can actually see the image come to life and you see the ghost form, and it's just very cool if you could catch some evidence this way. This camera, I think, was about 70 quid again, might have been 80. I haven't had the chance to use it. I only actually thought about using it recently. I don't know why it never crossed my mind before. But the only issue with this, once you buy it, you also then have to buy the prints. And if you want to catch some evidence, you're probably going to need a lot of prints to do that, and taking a lot of pictures that will just be thrown away. So there's positives and negatives. It's definitely more expensive than you would think to use this bit of equipment. But also, most people have a Polaroid camera not to do ghost hunting, and you might just have one in your house, or you might have a niece or something with a camera. I know these are quite popular with teenagers at the moment. It's quite the in thing. So this is just a regular recorder. Yeah, there's not much to say about it really. You use it and you'll probably end up using it quite a lot because it's just easy. You can just put it on and there's no annoying noise to it, and you don't know if you've caught anything until you actually go home and review the footage, which is good and bad because it also means you have to work up the strength to listen to hours of audio of just you talking and no responses, and it is a bit depressing. But people do get good whispers on here that they can't explain, and those are like more compelling to me. You know, you can't explain it away as easily as you could with the spirit box. A lot of skeptics don't believe the spirit box sessions are like real or conclusive in any way, which is fair enough. But this is a lot harder to argue with, even though you can still explain it away, unfortunately. With most of these ghost hunting equipment, you can just explain it away. But it's really a nice little piece of kit. I think everybody has a recorder. If not like this, you could record on your phone or something, you know. So it's really nice. I got it for like 20 quid off Amazon, and it's just a cheap little bit of equipment, really. This is the piece of kit that I'm most excited about, mainly because I've just recently bought it and I've only ever seen it like on TV and stuff before. But basically it's a REM pod. So when you turn it on, there's this really high-pitched sound, basically. And if anything breaks, like the electromagnetic field, I think what it's called, between this, the lights light up. So if nobody's near it, and nobody's touching it, or like in the space, or there are no like, you know, bugs flying around that could like interrupt it, it's kind of saying a ghost has done that. They've like moved past it and the lights will light up. So last but not least is using a candle. And if you can hear a really annoying noise, it's the type of candle that crackles, which I really like, but thinking about it now, it's probably not the best thing to use for a video, because you'll get that annoying interference. But anyway, candles would be quite good to use because there's no like technology to it. You can't explain it away by like an electronic issue. So if you were like talking to a ghost or trying to make a conversation between you and a ghost, it sounds stupid saying it like that, but if you're trying to do that and they were giving you intelligent answers, being like, make the candle dimmer if this happened to you, make it brighter if this, or you know, move it to one side, move it to another side. If there's like an actual intelligent conversation going on there, I think it's compelling. Or if it's like, you know, blow out the candle if this is true, that would be a lot more compelling. But yeah, so you could use any candles really. You could use, you know, cheap 20p one from, I don't know where you get a 20p candle from, but you know what I mean. Which makes it nice and inexpensive. And it also gives it quite a nice, like, eerie glow, spooky vibe, you know what I mean? So I'm quite excited to try out some candles. I think it'll be a lot of talking to nothing. If something really impressive does happen, I think it'd be quite compelling. So yeah, there you go. That's my ghost kit. It's got a candle in it. It's all I've bought so far, and this equipment is expensive, so I don't really want to waste all my money on it. But hopefully we'll get out there again once this lockdown's lifted, and I'll actually be able to use some of this stuff and try it out in the field, you know?